EPA is finally having these hearings here in Kentucky after a year and a half. I mean, they were requested a year and a half ago by the state. They're finally doing it today, and I think what we want them to take away, what we want them to take back to their leaders in Washington, is that Kentuckians overwhelmingly support our industry and also really want them to release these permits so Kentuckians can go to work.
Well, I think the EPA being in town today, coming to our state capitol, it's very important, and in a bipartisan sort of way we show how important coal is to Kentucky, not just to those that are directly involved in mining of the coal and producing the coal, but those that benefit from the cheap electricity rates that coal has provided us to allow us to build a manufacturing base.
I am State Representative Kim King, proudly here to stand behind our coal industry and stand up against the EPA. It's important to communicate with the EPA how normal Kentuckians and how proud we are of our coal mining industry, and we're ready to stand behind them. We need to let the EPA know that. We're not going to sit idly by and let unelected bureaucrats make decisions for Kentucky.
I'm Senator Robin Webb. I represent the 18th District in Northeast Kentucky. I'm a former coal miner. I've been underground surface miner, then a former coal mine prosecutor and coal company general counsel. So I know how much the industry contributes to the livelihoods and the lives of not only Kentuckians, but in this global economy.
It's important to come here and show support. You see all these people here, a lot of these are from Eastern Kentucky. It is to voice in a loud way to the federal government and EPA what they are doing to an industry. If they don't see the support of the industry, they don't see the people who are going to come out and express their opinions, and then they don't think there's any interest in the issue. And this shows there is a lot of interest in the issues as it relates to the coal industry and what it will do to both the eastern and western Kentucky coal fields.
It's very important that all these coal miners show up, which they have. We got a good crowd out here, and voice their opinion to what the EPA is trying to do to our business, our industry. They actually are trying to shut us down, and the only thing we have is our voice to fight that.
They're doing a wonderful job trying to put us out of business. We've lost thousands of jobs, and it's time they wake up and release the permits and let us go back to work.
Ever since they stepped foot in the White House, they have targeted the coal industry. Come November, and I've said it since day one, and I'll say it until the day I die, when you go vote, you better not look at parties, you better look at who's going to help you and protect you, and you better vote coal.
Well, I'm here to represent my 3 coal-producing counties of West Kentucky and the 3 coal counties that use so much coal. And I'm also here just because it's important that we continue to have the quality of jobs that coal allows us to have. Coal means jobs. Jobs is our economy down in West Kentucky, and it is something that is so important to us. And we look forward to supporting coal as we have all this time and moving coal forward. Because when coal moves forward, the Commonwealth of Kentucky moves forward.
Rallies are important like this because people don't know what the government is doing to them. I mean, if they understood that the EPA is making up rules out of thin air, that they're bypassing laws to make up those rules, that the EPA has declared a war on coal, and the coal industry is people. They're declaring a war on people. Their job is to protect people, but they're declaring a war against the people. So we're up here to try to support the coal industry and try to explain to the EPA why what they're doing is not only wrong, but it's illegal.
Today, this is about Obama's war against coal. There's no implication here. When the man says he's going to bankrupt the coal industry, I hear him. I think it's time that they hear us. See, I think the EPA is a little confused. I think they're confused about who they work for. See, they work for us, we don't work for them.
We're in a position where our own federal government has declared war on us. Now they say, and we all know and we can all agree, that there's a war on the coal industry out there. But I'm here to tell you it's not just a war on the coal industry, it's a war on Kentucky. It's a war on our way of life. And it's probably a war on our very existence, and we have to fight for it.
My name is Bill Bissett, and I'm proud to be the president of the Kentucky Coal Association. Now at last, the EPA has an opportunity to right the wrongs that it perpetuated on the most vulnerable region of Kentucky when it applied new requirements to be effective immediately. This can be accomplished by withdrawing their objections and allowing these projects to proceed and to transition to compliance with any new requirements over a reasonable period of time. If the federal government is truly committed to the welfare of its citizens who are desperate for jobs, it can do no less. It is past time for the EPA to right this wrong, and thank everyone who's pro coal for being here tonight.